Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by lush green meadows and tall, whispering trees, there lived a young knight named Squirrel. Despite his small size, Squirrel was known throughout the village for his immense bravery and a heart full of kindness. Every evening, children gathered around him to hear tales of legendary knights in distant lands, dreaming that one day they too could witness such adventures. One bright morning, as Squirrel was polishing his tiny shield, a strange, dark fog began to roll over the hills towards the village. It was unlike anything the villagers had ever seen. It covered the sun, turning day into night, and brought with it a cold, eerie silence. The villagers huddled together, their eyes wide with fear. They turned to Squirrel, their brave little knight, hoping he could save them from this mysterious darkness. With a determined nod, Squirrel donned his little helmet and mounted his trusty steed, a spirited rabbit named Hopper. Together, they ventured into the fog to find its source and restore the sunshine to their village. As they traveled, the fog grew thicker, and the world around them became a shadowy blur. But Squirrel was not afraid. He had faced many challenges before. Deep in the forest, Squirrel and Hopper met a wise old turtle who spoke of an ancient legend. Beyond these woods, the turtle said, slowly and thoughtfully, lies a mountain that touches the sky. Atop that mountain lives a dragon named Owl, who is said to be as lonely as the moon. It is his sadness that brings forth this dark fog. Thanking the turtle, Squirrel and Hopper continued their journey, their spirits lifted by the thought of helping someone in need. They climbed the mountain, the path winding and steep, and finally reached the peak. There, curled up in a massive cave, was Owl the dragon. His scales shimmered like the night sky, and his eyes were gentle and sad. Squirrel approached him bravely. "Hello, Owl," he said softly. "I am Squirrel, the knight from the village below. We have come to ask why you cover the sky with this dark fog." Owl looked at Squirrel, surprise flickering in his eyes. "I did not mean to frighten anyone," he explained in a deep, rumbling voice. "I am just so lonely up here. The fog is my sadness spilling out into the world." Squirrel's heart swelled with compassion. Then let us be friends, he offered. You don't have to be alone anymore. Come with me to the village. We would be honored to have you. Owl wiped a tear from his eye and nodded gratefully. Together, they descended the mountain. As they approached the village, the fog began to lift, and the sun peeked through the clouds. The villagers cheered as they saw their brave little knight return, not only with a new friend but also having turned a feared beast into a gentle giant. From that day on, Owl lived happily among the villagers, the sky clear and bright. Squirrel was celebrated not just for his bravery, but for his kindness and the wisdom to see that sometimes, even a dragon just needs a friend.